Good day to you, Ninth and O. This is Devotionables, brief devotions for busy people. I'm Brandon, one of your ministry assistants. It's good to be with you today. Earlier these past few days at work, I have been assembling bookshelves. They're wire bookshelves, and you've been there. You've ordered bookshelves before, and you cut open the package, and very much so, you pull everything out and you look, and what do you find? You find the directions. And you look, and these days there's not many directions. Rather, there are pictures to follow as you are building said shelves. And this connected to me with our Bible reading. In Ezekiel, we're coming to the very end of the book of Ezekiel. And over the last several days, we've read through chapters 40 to now today, 47 and 48, but very specific instructions about the building of the temple. Now, this is a little more detailed than those bookshelf picture books that I've used to build those shelves at work. But here God describes in great detail the temple. Now, very quickly looking ahead, you and I realize that Jesus would come on the scene, and Jesus, declares to you and I that He is the temple. And you know full well that as believers, we believe that as Jesus is the temple, that Jesus indwells within our heart. Well, why did He spend so much time giving us these details about the temple if the temple is not a literal physical place? Well, God is in the details. And God cares about the details. And we would understand today for us that Jesus is the fulfillment of these Old Testament promises. And so, as we celebrate this temple, we find in 47 and 48 more to the story. In fact, here is this temple that's been built up, chapters 40 through 46. And now when we come to chapter 47, we find that there's water flowing from the temple. What is this? And the writer says that he goes ankle deep, and then he's a little deeper, and then he's so deep he can swim. This is interesting. This would be a reference then to the temple that is to come, that you know and I know as, Psalm 46:4 would tell us more. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy habitation of the Most High. We're looking at the temple to come when we are face to face with Jesus. And so we realize that Jesus is that living water. And we look to Revelation 22, 1 and 2 that reads, "Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, bright as the crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb, through the middle of the street of the city. Also on either side of the river, the tree of life and its 12 kinds of fruit, yielding its fruit every month." And so we have here this idea that the river that is flowing, described from John in Revelation 2, is this very river that flows from the temple here in Ezekiel 47. And as we finish out Ezekiel 48, we go through and we find here Ezekiel's describing the 12 tribes of Israel. He describes the sanctuary, and finally describes the gates to that city. Look with me at the last verse of chapter 48, verse 35b. And the name of that city that time on shall be, the Lord is there. And so the Lord is there. The Lord is there. If Jesus goes to prepare a place for you and I, He is there. And in our midst, one day we will be face to face with the Lord, and we will worship the Lord in His holy temple, where all around you and I will be the Lord, and we will worship and fall to our knees and worship the Lord for eternity. So today, help us, Lord, to realize that one day we will worship you fully in truth and in grace as we gaze upon your face in that city of God, that holy habitation of the Most High. The Lord be with you today, 9th and O.